Hi, this is Donna Dakey, and you're listening to Mindfully Connected. Self-lovery for mind, body, and spirit. So if you're listening in this morning, I really appreciate that you're here and look forward to sharing a little bit about myself and really how Mindfully Connected sort of came about. But to do so, I have to go back. I have to go back to somewhere around 1967. When I was a little girl, about 5 years old, I always was playing hair salon, and we called it beauty salon back then. But I would always play beauty salon because someday I was going to grow up and I was going to work in a beauty salon. So I was role playing, and the other thing that I would play is school teacher. So I would play back and forth between those two. And fast forward, really, those are the two archetypes that I still sort of follow in this lifetime. But I find it really interesting. If you watch children play, you really can sort of get a sense of what you may want to cultivate as they're growing, and because they really sort of thrive in realizing, I don't know, what they came into this world as. But, all right, so I have to then move along to when in 1991 I was working as a flight attendant, and part of my required uniform then was to have nail polish on my nails. So I had to actually have my nails groomed with polish on them. That was required uniform. And the only way to do that was to have acrylic on my nails. And I thought, well, I'm just going to go to school and I'm going to learn how to do these acrylic nails. So I went to cosmetology school in 1991 and got my certification for being a nail tech. And so as I worked as a flight attendant, I just simultaneously worked on mostly other flight attendants' nails, and they became nail clients of mine. So that's kind of how I started, technically in the industry. But then I went on to have my two children. They're all grown up now. And while they were tiny, I did a bit of makeup artistry that was freelance. And it was nice because really, if I was available, I could choose to do it. And if I couldn't because I had mom duty, then I just wouldn't do it. So, but that really gave me some entrance into skincare and artistry, just sort of nurturing that aspect of my creative self that was curious about it. But then when my little guy, my youngest, started school, I decided to go back to school for aesthetics, and I became an esthetician. So, and ever since then, I've really been working in skincare. And I went on to work for a great lady in a salon spa, and then eventually, soon after, really opened my own sole proprietor studio. And that's kind of where I feel like my expansion really into the world of holistic skincare kind of started. Um, it's an industry where you're really offering, I think you're really called to nurture. And I think with anybody and in cosmetology, really, you're kind of nurturing your client, but you're also sort of developing and nurturing this creative nature that you came in with. So as I worked with aesthetics, I just noticed that my my empathic sort of sensitivity was really wakening up. And throughout my life, I had an awareness of being sensitive and highly empathic with a strong sense of another's emotions. Well, working closely with others, and there's a lot of touch in spa, and my heightened sensitivity is definitely a sense of touch. I began to experience more heightened energetic sensitivity. And this really kind of started to lead me down a path of building just a stronger energetic suit of armor. I had a good friend that was a Reiki master, and she introduced me to Reiki, and actually ended up leading me through all three levels of Reiki to getting my Reiki master certificate. But as a process of following just my intuitive sense of things and my curiosity of things, I began to study more energetic and heart-based concepts, along with just wisdom teachings that I had always been drawn to, but just never could make the time to dig into. So I became inspired while working closely, truly with others to just develop the skills necessary for guiding them deeper into the ease and flow of their own life. And I know that you all are familiar with anytime there's that intimacy between you and your hairstylist, or you and your nail tech or your esthetician before your facial starts. There's a lot of conversation that takes place, and so I just really started to feel really called to nurturing the additional aspects of my clients' well-being. I knew I would offer them the space or the container within a 60-minute period to shut off and restore, and I loved that, but it just never felt like it was enough. And I think that was just really the universe just pulling me towards something more. And as I was opening up into my own personal healing experience. So feeling excited and just fully open to allowing the artistry of my soul to lead this human experience. So remaining on this path of expansion and creating inspired action, following lots of synchronicity, and making the choice to live from love and faith, which, by the way, is a much happier place for me because I was really excited. I was learning a lot. I was expanding. I didn't quite know what to do with all of this. I just had to sort of stay the course and surrender control and just trust that my soul is guiding this journey. And that's hard. That's a hard thing for us humans to do. But this process revealed to me that all my life, I've been a coach, I've been a healer, a teacher, a listener, and a creative of sorts. And just trusting in this and gaining clarity around it all with my intentions had really brought me into perfect alignment with who I had always felt myself to be. So I share all of this with you to just really demonstrate how amazingly things reveal themselves in precisely the way they're supposed to. When we can live more into the ease and flow of life and not the distraction of life. So our journey and lessons can lead us to a point of just realizing really our truest potential for embracing our full extraordinary power by gaining just the wisdom and the necessary resiliency to live life fully inspired. I grew up in Maryland and I lived several years out west in Idaho and Arizona, but we left the Scorpions behind for current bi-coastal residency in Pennsylvania and in Idaho. But each experience and location has taught and revealed to me something new. And I remain very open and excited to learning and growing, and always with a curiosity about the world we share. I enjoy nature, writing, creative art, travel, exploration, and just discovery and sharing. So Dharma is a Sanskrit word that loosely translates into passion plus knowledge plus usefulness can equal life purpose. For me, I discovered that my Dharma is using my passion for living authentically inspired, but with a deep desire to nurture and inspire others, combined with just gathering those necessary skills and knowledge for humbly supporting others in the discovery of their own healing and personal empowerment for living their life on purpose. So mindfully connected then came about, really it was born from a passion for helping, like I said, people trust and follow their own heart's guidance for living into the ease and flow of life by discovering their own inner strengths and resiliency, self-healing, confidence, self-nurturing. All of that is just self-care and self-lovery for mind, body, and spirit. So I am excited about just sharing snippets of just knowledge, information, just sharing basically concepts that will perhaps take you a little bit out of your box, um, a way of looking at life in maybe a way that you've not really considered before, and within the context of your learned knowledge, of course, and just sharing self-care tips, and I don't know, having that conversation, having that heart-centered conversation that that hopefully provides just you a sense of something new, something sort of nurtures that curiosity in you, but also just provides some self-care tips that will also just help you along the way. So caring for yourself as a whole is really caring for those individual parts that bring about a balance of care. And when we do that, that has a trickle down effect that just allows your cup to fully flow onto others. And as a what I call growth activist and holistic esthetician and wellness coach, I just bring an integrative self-care approach that encourages you to activate your power, to access your full potential, that guides you more into the ease and flow of life with transformational support, and managing wellness that's led by the science of life and our heart-centered awareness can be so essential for living with less stress, building resiliency, better sleep, managing anxiety, just feeling well and with stronger immunity. But the really cool part about all of this is that as you do so, as you bring balance and self-nurturing back into your life, living more into the human being, you will find an increased intuition and you will find creativity that just flows. And I think that there are aspects of all of that that really intrigue us and really we're yearning for, especially in today's world. So mindfully connected just brings you that self-lovery and the guidance toward genuinely, just joyfully and living in a healthy way of being. So I encourage you to unleash the presence of your power and your heart's desire for living your best life, healthier, happier, and on purpose. And I hope that I can share with you just some fun, insightful, just intriguing, helpful, just aspects of life outside of your box. So thank you so much for listening today. I hope that gives you some idea of what Mindfully Connected is all about, and I look forward to talking with you and sharing more with you as we move forward. Take care and have a great day.